The Andy Griffith Show, weeknights at 8 on MeTV 19.1.
I'm Rachel Knapp. Watch my reports live from Washington, only on 19 News.
Watch my reports from Delta County, only on 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, felony embezzlement charge. The executive director of a Marquette County chamber appears in court soon after being accused of stealing money from the organization. We have the details. Plus, historic energy legislation signed into law. What Governor Whitmer had to say about the new laws that set strict clean energy standards and have sparked a lot of debate. And giving back on Giving Tuesday. We're live in Houghton with the Copper Shores Community Health Foundation for a look at how it's helping raise money for local nonprofits. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
We saw the sun for a little bit today here in Marquette County, but I know we saw snow in other areas. So, Ariane, what can we expect for tonight?
Snow. We're going to expect cloudy skies, very cold temperatures continuing as we take a look around the area. Most of us going to be in that 15 to 20 degree range. And then a lot of those flurries that we're going to see tonight are going to be along that northwest coast moving eastward. We'll see later snow showers across the UP. Everybody expecting a little light dusting, but primarily Houghton, you could be seeing up to 2 inches. I will have more details in your full forecast after the break.
Thank you very much, Ariane. It is Giving Tuesday, a day to give back to local nonprofits and charities that help our communities. Tonight, WZMQ's Mitchell Reif is in the Copper Country with an organization doing just that. Hey, Mitch, what's going on tonight?
Hey Sarah, I'm here at the Copper Country Mall with the Copper Shores Community Health Foundation for, like you said, Giving Tuesday. There's around 30 or so nonprofits here set up with their tables with the foundation that's helping to raise money for mentoring programs and community wellness overall. Later in the show, you can expect for our 19 News Insights, the Vice President of 31 Backpacks, one of those many nonprofits, Melissa Mackey, the Vice President of the foundation, of the nonprofit, will be on for our 19 News Insights. That interview is in about 10 minutes.
All right, Mitch, thank you very much. Developing now, the executive director of the Greater Ishpeming-Negaunee Area Chamber of Commerce is facing a felony embezzlement charge. Samantha Lajeunesse is charged with 3 felonies, 1 count of embezzlement over $20,000, 1 count of using a computer to commit a crime, and 1 count of illegal use of a credit card. She's scheduled to be arraigned on December 6th. The charges were filed on November 15th in Marquette County District Court. Court records list the date of the offense as August 8th. Lajeunesse was hired as the GINCC's executive director in June of this year and officially took over the role in July. The Ishpeming Police Department says no other details will be released until she's arraigned. The GINCC released a statement on its Facebook page this afternoon saying, in part, "We realize there are many questions regarding the unexpected closure. Currently, the GINCC leadership is working to outline next steps focusing on the future of the organization and the continuation of our mission." You can read the full statement right now at WZMQ19.com. Michigan's energy landscape is about to undergo major changes in the next 2 decades with new clean energy laws now on the books. Governor Gretchen Whitmer signed some of the most progressive energy legislation in the country into law today. The laws aim to move the state to 100% carbon-free energy standard by 2040 and generate 50% of the state's energy from renewable sources by 2030.
Today I'm going to sign 7 game-changing bills that are going to lower household energy costs by an average of $145 a year, improve reliability, and create 160,000 good-paying jobs.
The bills passed through the legislature mostly down party lines. State Representative Jen Hill was the only UP state legislator to vote yes on those bills. In Lansing, Governor Whitmer has also signed 2 laws to change teacher evaluation systems in public schools. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy spoke with one of the senators who authored those bills to learn more about the changes that are coming to Michigan schools.
In June, Senator Dana Polhinky introduced the legislation signed this week by Governor Whitmer with the goal of reducing red tape and bureaucracy within schools.
As a classroom teacher for about 20 years, I saw firsthand that we needed an overhaul, a rethinking of the teacher evaluation system.
The new law addresses 4 main concepts, the first of which changes the frequency of teacher evaluations. Starting in July 2024, teacher ratings will include effective, developing, and needing support. Educators who maintain an effective rating for 3 years will shift to facing evaluations only every 3rd year.
It frees up a ton of time for principals who would be best served spending their time with new teachers.
Under the second guideline, student growth must make up 20% of teacher evaluations, but administrators will now set their own criteria for the way student growth is determined. The third part of the legislation will give teachers due process when it comes to evaluations.
To kind of say, hey, wait a second, I'm not sure this was fair, and here's what I'd like to talk to you about.
Lastly, the law changes the criteria under which teachers are evaluated, moving from 4 to 3 categories that Senator Polhinky says are meaningful and well thought out.
These categories affect things like tenure, promotion, retention. So it's very important that we get those categories right.
Senator Polhinky says the most important part of this legislation to her is freeing up valuable time for administrators and ensuring that teachers can stay focused on students. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
In Washington, as we continue to monitor the situation in Israel, political scientists say the conflict between Israel and Hamas has an impact on our primary elections. And depending on how long the conflict continues, we could see foreign policy taking a larger focus in the 2024 general elections. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp joins us live on this. Rachel, good evening.
Good evening, Sarah. So, the issue of the conflict between Israel and Hamas is a top topic here at the Capitol, and political scientists tell me that foreign policy is also becoming an even bigger topic right now in our ongoing primary debates and races. Now, political scientists tell me that traditionally foreign policy doesn't have too much of an influence in the outcome of a presidential general election unless the U.S. is heavily involved in providing a lot of aid or soldiers. But for this conflict, as well as other major conflicts like the war in Ukraine, it has taken center stage in primary debates. Political analysts say some of the recent GOP debates have focused on foreign policy issues. That's where some candidates like Nikki Haley, who is the former U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, has been able to flex her foreign policy credentials. Political scientists say she is also rising in the polls. But unless the fighting between Israel and Hamas continues within the next 11 months, they don't believe it will have a strong influence on voters. But what we do expect for voters to be concerned about in the upcoming election, the economy.
Biden administration has 11 months to try to turn around their messaging and tell people that the economy is not as bad as they might think it is, and to highlight some of the important changes that they've made that might result in some long-term economic growth. For the Republicans, they're also going to want to tie Biden to the economy and people's negative views of the current inflation crisis. Even though inflation has gone down, prices still remain high. They haven't come back down to pre-COVID levels.
So while foreign policy might not be a big concern for voters, political scientists believe that issues like abortion and immigration will be top issues for voters in the general election. Reporting live from the U.S. Capitol, Rachel Knapp, WZMQ 19 News. Sarah.
Thank you very much, Rachel. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break. Plus, what's up with Megan O'Connor? She's sharing more ways we can all give back on this Giving Tuesday. And later, some changes to this year's annual Christmas parade in Escanaba. We'll share the new schedule with you. We're back in 2 minutes.
19 News is brought to you by Dan Perkins Construction.
When you put on a product this nice, you want to sing it from the rooftops. You know my roof's good looking, will last the rest of your life. Each day I go to work thinking, you know we're doing this right. Buy a roof for me and I think you'll see you'll be happy as a gherkin. 'Cause we do it right and we're really polite. Take it from me, Dan Perkins. You try rhyming something with Perkins.
Sleep better with a new mattress from Kirkish Furniture. We proudly feature Made in the Midwest Restonic mattresses. Try one out today and compare other major brands. Let our sleep specialists help you find the bed of your dreams at Kirkish Furniture.
Erickson Jewelers will host a buying event in Iron Mountain from November 13th to the 15th. Sell your valuables for immediate payment. Bring in your gold, diamonds, coins, watches, sterling silver, designer handbags, and more. See you Monday to Wednesday at Erickson Jewelers for a free, no-obligation offer from one of our trusted estate specialists. For a full list of what we buy, go to nationalrarities.com.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. That's because at John's Auto, communication is the key to service. When we have your car, you can expect to be updated on what's going on. And Craig here will explain repairs in terms I even understand, and I'm only 9. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Marquette.
And don't forget, we're still your #1 source for a pre-owned vehicle in Marquette County.
John's Auto Marquette.
From all of us at the top, thank you for watching CBS and WZMQ 19.
Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasic.
What a cold day we had today. We're going to expect cold conditions this evening. Today we saw a high of 20 out at the National Weather Service. I would like that high there, the record high of 51. Current temperatures in the teens, even the low 20s, and we'll expect that to drop down a little bit this evening. Most of us in that 15 to 20 range, although we could be hitting those mid-20s this evening as well. Taking a look at what we're expecting for the next 24 hours, we've got warmer conditions tomorrow. Hang with me. 30 to 40. We'll expect those temperatures also on our Thursday. We'll expect that snow to hopefully head on out tomorrow evening. Partly to mostly cloudy skies. I'll show you just a minute with futurecast winds right now coming out of the south. We'll see, like I said, those temperatures changing as well tomorrow, and that wind direction, most of it's going to be coming out of the west. We could see some changes either northwest and southwest, but other than that, we'll expect westerly winds. All right, the past couple of hours, we've had a lot more activity over there on that northwest coast in the Keweenaw Peninsula, even down further in Gogebic and Ontonagon counties, and current conditions are showing that's where the flurries are for the moment. We'll expect those, though, to take over the central portions of the UP here around 10, 11 o'clock this evening as it makes its way further eastward. In the morning, we can expect some clouds, eventually partly to mostly sunny skies, especially down south, and then those snow shower activities hanging out mostly over here in the eastern portions, clearing out for the evening. Thursday morning, we'll have some clouds, and then more flurries on the way. We'll expect that into our Friday when hopefully things are drying out as we are predicting for the moment, maybe even into Saturday. Taking a look at who had the biggest snowfall. Melstrand, way to go. Elgin County, 21 inches in the past 24 hours. How many footlongs is that? Almost 2? All right, for looking at how much accumulation we'll expect overnight here, maybe about 1 inch in Lance and then 1.8 along that northwest coast. Munising, my friends, about 2.8 inches possible this evening. And then, of course, that will increase tomorrow. Taking a look at our 7-day for Marquette, mid-30s. Yep, I said we're warmer for the week. We're drying up there on Friday. That lighting for the Christmas tree in downtown Marquette taking place. And then we'll expect dry conditions until probably Sunday.
Thanks there. Our 19 News Insights is on the way next. We're live in Houghton with the Copper Shores Community Health Foundation for its Giving Tuesday fundraising event. That's next.
There are a lot of things out there going viral. But this fall and winter, you can help keep your immune system from going viral and help protect it from the flu virus and the COVID-19 virus by getting your vaccinations. You can get both vaccines at the same time. The world has enough going viral these days. Talk to your healthcare provider.
Tonight, the changes emergency rooms are making to save the lives of their youngest patients. Then, temperatures are plunging all over. When will it feel like fall again? And a man is living out his American dream, one donut at a time, on the CBS Evening News.
Save big money at Menards. Get maximum protection with Menards full-strength anti-freezing coolant. It guards against rust and corrosion and features extended life coolant technology that's compatible for use in all automobiles, light-duty trucks, and motorcycles. Get a gallon for only $8.99 after rebate. Splash Ultimate Windshield Wash Fluid is effective down to negative 35 degrees. It clears ice and salt while delivering a clear streak-free shine every time. Pick up a gallon for just $2.29.
Ellie Goulding is on the Jennifer Hudson Show.
The second I got here, it's just been the best vibes.
I love that, Plus, y'all hear that cooking? Nick DiGiovanni gives me a cooking lesson.
So how much you cook?
Not at all. What? Being on this show is the most I done cooked.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6.
Buckle's Party Store. It's where the party starts in Calumet with an awesome beer selection featuring domestic, foreign, and craft brew beer, a great selection of wine, just about any kind of liquor you want, and a great range of tobacco products. Buckle's Party Store in Calumet. It's where the party starts for everyone.
You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
After all the big shopping days after Thanksgiving, today is all about giving back. It's Giving Tuesday, and a Copper Country organization is helping other local nonprofits get a little financial boost. Our Mitchell Reif is once again joining us live from the Copper Country Mall in Houghton. Hey, Mitch, who's joining you tonight?
Hey, Sarah, that global movement of Giving Tuesday does remind us to give back and be generous throughout the community and throughout the communities that support us right back. One nonprofit that's been making waves in that generosity arena is 31 Backpacks. Joining us for the 19 News Insights is the Vice President of 31 Backpacks, Melissa Mackey. Melissa, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, it's awesome to be here. It's the most wonderful day of the year.
Yeah. So talk about Giving Tuesday a little bit and 31 Backpacks kind of involvement in it.
Sure. So this is our 7th year participating with Copper Shores in Giving Tuesday. With the 30 nonprofits that are participating today, I would bet money that this is the largest fundraiser for all of them for the entire year, and so we're super excited to be here. The community itself comes out and puts all this money into the local nonprofits that are out there helping all kinds of people in different ways, whether it's healthy living or trails or senior citizens, mental health, all that kind of thing. We really need that money coming in, and having a healthy community and seeing these people come out is tremendous.
A healthy community is a necessity, especially in the UP. Can you talk a little bit about the nonprofits here and just the funding that kind of goes through it? And as a runner of a nonprofit, how would those funds kind of impact those guys?
Well, all of these people that are here today, like I said, we very much rely on the money that's coming in today through Giving Tuesday. And if you need to reach out, if you have some needs of the community, you might want to look at the list of who's getting donations today, because there are so many resources out there for you. If you want to get some exercise in, if you want to talk to a counselor, if you have some kids that need some help, daycare, that sort of thing. There's a huge variety of nonprofits that are here that are supporting people in the local community.
Let's talk about 31 Backpacks, and in the years prior, how do you see how Giving Tuesday has impacted 31?
Well, this made a tremendous boost for us. We were able to we started with 31 children in the program 12 years ago, and now we're at 450 kids weekly that we're providing for. Plus, we have the big packs coming up for winter break and spring break, and that will be, this one coming up is 14 days that these kids would be away from their food source. So instead of it being a very sad time of year for them, they're not going to have that food insecurity. So it's a very costly project for us. It's about $30,000 both for winter break and for spring break. So we can count on this money coming in today to know that we're going to be able to cover that.
That's awesome. So over the years, as you've seen this global movement make such a local impact, what's the feeling there over the 13 years, you say? For 31.
For 31, yeah, 12 years, but we've been 7 years in this Giving Tuesday, and it was just, Giving Tuesday hasn't been around really that much longer. I mean, probably about a dozen years, and now it's a global thing, and I see it all over, the news feeds today and on the radio and on television and everything. It's a huge thing. So it's that time of year when people are out. They did their Black Friday thing, they did their Cyber Monday thing, and now it's time to help out your your neighbors and your friends.
And being generous.
And being generous. Tis the season.
Tis the season. Can you tell me just real quick what generosity really means to you?
Well, you know, without the generosity of the general public supporting us and the other organizations that are here today, they just would not be in existence. And there's a need in every community, and there's people out here today that are, you know, servicing those needs and making sure those gaps are being filled.
Melissa, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us. I appreciate it. Sarah, we're going to have a little bit more from the other nonprofits that were here today tonight at 11:10 Central on 19 News. But for now, I'm Mitchell Reif reporting live for WZMQ 19 News in Houghton.
Awesome, Mitchell. Thank you very much. Still ahead tonight, we're finding out what's up with Megan O'Connor. She is sharing more ways that you can give back on this Giving Tuesday. And later, Northern Exposure, how an Escanaba art exhibit is shining a spotlight on UP artists. But first, here's your Upers United Volunteer Opportunity of the Day. Retired and Senior Volunteer Program, or RSVP, of Marquette County has an ongoing need for drivers. These volunteers provide transportation for non-emergency medical appointments for isolated seniors 60 and older. There are a few requirements for this position, though. To find out what those are, sign up to be a volunteer, or if your organization needs volunteers, head on over to upersunited.com.
We've got a lot of news to cover tonight. Our Eye on America looks at how emergency rooms across the country are improving readiness to help save kids' lives. And the results tonight will surprise you. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
This is NCIS. Everyone here is a bit unusual and keeps the bad guys on their toes.
Hands on your head!
Rogue state, terrorists, adversarial power.
I'm guessing we need some kind of clearance to do this.
I'd have thought so.
Cruising in the port, get it done. That's how we roll.
It has got a certain ring to it. NCIS Sydney.
A new NCIS Sydney, tonight, 8/7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Cars will break down, and when they do, it's too late. If your car's out of warranty, it leaves you with two choices. Get stuck paying for expensive repairs, or one phone call to CarShield. Their administrators pay for your covered repairs so you don't have to. Your coverage includes roadside assistance, towing, rental, and so much more. Plus, with their nationwide network, you choose the mechanic or dealer. Best of all, there's coverage for every wallet size. Make the smart call before it's too late. Call CarShield today.
We all know how much it means when someone lends a helping hand, and no community does it better than ours. I'm Ariane Stasek. All of us at 19 News and Goodwill want to thank those of you who supported Operation Warm Up. Your donations of winter weather clothing will go to our neighbors and help keep them warm this winter. We appreciate your support and wish everyone happy holidays.
Goodwill and WZMQ 19 thank you for supporting Operation Warm Up.
When two celebrity-led teams
What is this?
face off
It's a horribly drawn swan.
in a game of quick draw,
1, 2, 3, shoot!
it's fast-paced family fun for all. Pictionary. Every weekday.
Pictionary, weekdays at 9 on WZMQ CBS.
I'm Lily Simmons. Watch my reports from Escanaba and Delta County only on WZMQ 19 News.
Let's find out what's up with Megan O'Connor. Tonight she has more ways that we can all take part in Giving Tuesday.
Amid a fruitful holiday season, it's important to remember those less fortunate. Tonight on What's Up with Megan, we celebrate a worldwide holiday of giving back. Today is Giving Tuesday, a global generosity movement that unleashes the power of radical generosity, the concept that the suffering of others should be as intolerable to us as our own suffering. Giving Tuesday was created in 2012 as a simple idea, a day encouraging people to do good. Over the past 11 years, this idea became a global movement that inspires millions to give, collaborate, and celebrate generosity. What does that mean on a local level? Giving Tuesday data estimates approximately $900,000 was donated in the Upper Peninsula on Giving Tuesday alone in 2022. These donations allow local nonprofits to provide services such as substance abuse treatment, animal welfare, arts, and more. To donate, you can visit give906.org and coppershores.org/giving-tuesday-2023 to benefit multiple organizations across the UP. But you don't just have to give physically. You can volunteer, you can give blood. The options are endless. Every act of generosity counts, and everyone has something to give. Each seemingly small act turns a ripple into a wave of good, transforming society and building a world we all want to live in.
Thank you very much, Megan. The city of Escanaba's annual Christmas parade is this Friday, and the DDA wants attendees to be aware of some important changes for this year. The parade's usual start time will be an hour earlier at 6 p.m. Rather than the traditional route, the parade will begin at City Hall and lead to the marketplace, where Santa Claus will sit with kids and ask what they want for Christmas. The DDA director says the early start time and slightly shorter route will allow even more of the community to come together and enjoy the parade.
Boy, are they coming together. We have over 65 entrants in the parade. We have nearly 100 kids that have signed up to be the Prince and Princess, which will be drawn Wednesday morning. The Escanaba High School Band, Escanaba City Band. It's just great to see so many people interested in celebrating Christmas. Lineup
for the parade begins at 5 p.m. An Escanaba art exhibit is celebrating 3 decades of shining a spotlight on UP artists. WZMQ's Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons shows us.
Northern Exposure is in its 30th year at the Boniface Art Center, showcasing an incredibly wide range of art styles and mediums.
We have all sorts of new types of artwork on display this year. This show actually this year has a lot of 3D, as you'll see. We have guitars in display. We have a few stained glass pieces, mixed media artwork, ceramics,
and even some digital art.
One of our artists who's new to us has these fabulous pieces. They're almost like a Where's Waldo kind of feel. Every single character in each one of these pieces has a story to tell. I was really excited to see those be accepted into the exhibit because it's something that we haven't had here before like that. It's bringing awareness to the digital media market as well to show what can be done with a computer.
Artists submitted their pieces to be evaluated by a juror, and many received sponsored awards like Featured Artist.
That means that the artists will get to have a solo show or a joint show with fellow Northern Exposure artists in their gallery spaces.
The Boniface is proud of Northern Exposure's tradition of promoting and celebrating regional artists and their work, and anticipates the next 30 Northern Exposure exhibits.
This is something our artists really look forward to. I've heard many artists actually making artwork specifically to try to enter for Northern Exposure. We get to watch the artists grow in their styles, or they surprise us and submit something completely different. We're really excited to be able to expose these artists to other artists, but also to the community in the Escanaba area and around.
Northern Exposure 30 will be on display through December 28th. Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Escanaba.
We have a very cold night ahead with some flurries as well. Ariane has the outlook next.
I never had a lot of family, but these days we're surrounded by family.
I have people around me I can trust. I'm lucky.
Wow! Oh, great gasp, everyone. Bravo.
Survivors ready, go!
You did it.
We did it.
Yeah!
This is what hope feels like.
It's important to get a flu shot each and every year because flu viruses are constantly changing and immunity from the vaccine decreases over time. Flu vaccines are updated annually to work against that year's viruses. The best time to get your shot is in the fall, but getting it later can still help. Getting a flu shot lowers your risk of getting sick, and if you do happen to get flu, it's likely to be less severe.
Anyone here? Hello? What are you waiting for? I really need to deposit this check before work today. Oh, you can use the ITM for that. Oh man, I gotta make a payment before the credit union closes. You can use the ITM for that. I don't know about this thing. I mean, I need some social interaction. You can use the ITM for that.
Peninsula Federal Credit Union offers a wide variety of technology to keep your banking experience fast and efficient. Try our ITMs today.
Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar.
Those snowflakes are flying along this northwest coast. They're going to move in here overnight. We'll see them later on this evening for the central portions around 9, 10 o'clock. It's very chilly out there. Your morning is going to be also chilly. Make sure you bundle yourself up or your student. That average temperature in the morning about 26 before we warm up into those 30s later in the afternoon. 7-day outlook for Escanaba. Looks like a wonderful day for that Christmas holiday parade on Friday.
Finally tonight, in honor, excuse me, goodness sakes, in honor of the 20th anniversary of the popular Christmas movie Elf, you can now have Buddy's famous spaghetti dinner. HelloFresh is re-releasing the syrupy candy-topped spaghetti dish as created by Buddy the Elf. The kit features Colavita spaghetti along with an array of sweet toppings like maple syrup, marshmallows, chocolate candies, and chocolate frosted pastries, all of which can be enjoyed with or without utensils. You can purchase the kits through HelloFresh starting December 4th at $29.99 for 2 servings. That does it for us for tonight. We'll see you back here at 11:10 Central.
Tonight, the